Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie, and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and also thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. We have a very powerful super full moon in Aries on Thursday of this week. However, before we get there, we do have some energy that's setting up today and tomorrow that's going to be carried through that lunation, and I wanted to jump on here as early as I could this morning to get the message to you so that you can use this energy in the way that best suits you. So let's jump right in. We discussed today's energy a little bit in the last video, but we'll go ahead and speak about that, especially its relativity to the energy that's coming in tomorrow. So today we've already Mercury is perfecting in a square with Pluto, and Pluto is stationing direct, so Pluto's power is it is expanded. And with this square, this is the last square that Mercury is going to have with Pluto in Capricorn for our foreseeable lifetime. So this energy is very profound. In addition to that, we have Chiron, which is retrograde in the sign of Aries, is going to square Mars, which is in shadow in Cancer. This energy is really setting up that full moon energy. We'll jump into more into that in a bit. Mercury also goes into Scorpio today, and I think that that's going to be very, very helpful for us. It allows us to dive deep relative to thought processes and communication, and find the truth, seek the truth. And that's going to be important because there's lots of facades going on. There's lots of distractions to reality that are occurring, so that we will pay attention to what's going on in the world of facade versus the depths of our being and who we know we are at an essence level. That's what we need to get back to this week. So that's today's energy. Then tomorrow we will have even an expansion of that. So we have Chiron, which is going to oppose the sun. We are definitely feeling that energy today. You know, significant wounding, not being seen, not being heard, being abandoned, that sort of thing. Then we also will have the sun, which is going to trine Jupiter. I do like this energy. This is going to be our saving grace energy. This is going to be you know, given the benefit of the doubt of a situation for the purpose of cooperation. However, the sun is also squaring Mars, which means there's not going to be any cooperation. So, you know, the sun in Libra is trying to ask us for diplomacy, trying to find balance. And that square with Mars and Cancer, you know, all bets are off. It's an emotional reaction to something, truly a reaction to something that is just going to blow diplomacy right out of the equation. In addition, we're going to have Venus, which is going to oppose Uranus. And, you know, this is wanting to be deep, wanting to go deep. Venus in the sign of Scorpio is deep. It wants to talk about the depth of things. It wants to get to the truth of it, wants to, you know, keep drilling down, make sure that we get to the bottom of it. And Uranus in Taurus is so fleeting. It's so freeing and sovereignty. So it's somebody who wants to go deep and somebody's just had enough. I'm done and I'm out. I'm done, I'm out. That's it. So, you know, no more, we are at the position now where there's, you know, no more self-sacrifice. We will not allow ourselves to be abandoned. Not being seen or being heard is just not tolerated anymore. We recognize there's no diplomatic means for resolve, and somebody's at wit's end because we have oppositions here. It certainly could be within yourself, but this is opposing. So there's other energies opposing you. Fear, if you allow fear to come in, fear will absolutely take over in these situations, and emotional wounding can become unbearable, absolutely unbearable. My heart goes out to you. Please lean into that sun trine Jupiter, that sun in Libra trine Jupiter in Gemini. Use your higher consciousness to understand or maybe allow situations to unfold without judgment or knee-jerk reactions. Let them be. Just allow things to be. Then on Tuesday of this week, we'll have Venus again in Scorpio is going to trine Neptune. I really like this energy. It's very, very, very late Tuesday, early Wednesday. And this energy is, it's water energy. Venus going deep, Neptune in Pisces helping us with that compassionate understanding, gain a higher understanding of things, especially because, okay, so we are tapping into that spiritual, compassionate, I don't want to get ahead of myself, spiritual, compassionate side to create space where we need to. And this is really allowing us to go with the flow because on the 17th, we will have Pluto is going to speak in harmony to Venus. So Venus will be trine Neptune and Venus is going to sextile Pluto. I just love this energy. Venus is in Scorpio. She's looking for truth. She's looking for depth. She's looking for resolve. And, Venus, when she sextiles Pluto and trining Neptune, this is going to help us understand why things were the way they were in order to transform things through truth and transparency. And these planets are going to speak with the sun in Yod formation at the end of the week. Now on Thursday, I also spoke about this super full moon that's going to occur. Yep, we're going to have a super full moon in the sign of Aries ruled by Mars, which is absolutely squaring the sun and the moon. So I don't mean to chuckle, but man, this is some very intense energy. We have got to find a way to allow ourselves to feel this energy, be motivated by this energy, however, not consumed by this energy. We will be letting things go. This is a super full moon, so we're going to be letting things go. What's interesting and adds to the intensity of this situation is this is the culmination of energy that began when we set an intention at the time of the new moon total solar eclipse on April 8th at 19 degrees of Aries. We are letting go of things. So it's very possible that we set an intention at that time, given the energy that was in the air, and now it's very difficult for us to let something go, or it's making us feel very powerless in the process. This energy creates a cardinal grand cross in the sky. It's a little loose though. Pluto and the sun are going to be in opposition in early November, but that energy is there and definitely feeding into the cardinal grand cross. So the Pluto Mars opposition, and then of course we have a full moon energy, the sun, the moon opposition. What's interesting is the sun is in Libra, but the moon is in Aries, and the moon is conjunct Aries, our street fighter, women's rights. She is Mars' little sister, so this is almost like a family dynamic. So if you have family issues going on, that could be part of it. Mars' little sister Aries is in there. She's the freedom fighter. She wants to look out for us, make sure we're standing up for our rights. And then we've got Chiron right there too, wanting to heal things. So there's a whole lot of energy that's creating a lot of intensity for purpose here, definitely for purpose. Slow things down as needed. Aries demands a knee-jerk reaction. And depending on the Aries individual, if it's a 3D Aries person, they really do act first without thinking it through. So we want to step away from that. Give yourself space to function and move through things as necessary. We are not going to be people pleasing, I promise you that. We are done with that. And as a matter of fact, we have to be mindful, because if we're holding a line, are we being assertive, which is absolutely acceptable, protecting your sovereignty as an individual. But what you don't want to do is be overly assertive so that you are taking someone else's power. That's what we're going to be mindful of here. With this emotional intensity, please lean into that Venus energy. Venus sextile Pluto, Venus trine Neptune. That's going to be our saving grace, like I said. Then later on that same day, Venus is going to move to the sign of Sagittarius. Completely different energy. She is definitely using her energy at anaretic degree of Scorpio for purpose, and now she's almost going into Sag and gonna just kind of relax, just like, whew, it is time for fun, it is time for travel. It is all about spontaneity, very much lighter than that truth-seeking, got to get to the bottom of it right now. So just kind of let a big sigh of relief out in the evening on Thursday. Then on Saturday, Sunday, we've got this other energy that's coming in, that's yod energy that I spoke about. We're familiar with dealing with the Uranus Uranus sextile Pluto. That's going to be in place for quite some time. But now the sun has jumped into it. The sun at 26 degrees of Libra is going to quincunx Uranus, and then as moves along, going to quincunx Neptune. So I like the Uranus sextile Pluto vibe a lot, because I really feel like, or Uranus Neptune vibe, like the Uranus Pluto too, but the Uranus Neptune vibe is more of a integrating a higher level of consciousness, right? We're integrating a higher level of consciousness. Now we're doing it into our relationships, because the sun is in Libra, in an effort to regain the ultimate balance of sovereignty and freedom with compassion and unconditional love and understanding, first for ourselves, then for others. So challenging energy this week, but it's nothing that we cannot manage. I would suggest please stay on your eagle's perch as much as possible, especially with this cardinal grand cross energy, and lean into what's to come. We need to certainly resolve the past, resolve any wounding, but lean into what's to come. I decided to use the Dragon Oracle deck this week. We got a full moon in Mars, so what better? I just wanted to use what I consider my my fire energy deck. And the card that popped out, you just can't make this up, Air and Water Dragons. Let's see what the book has to say. Air and Water Dragons. Fourth dimensional blue and green air and water dragons pour light into our third eye to assist our psychic and spiritual development. They help to dissolve our veils of illusion and enable us to see from a higher perspective. At the same time, they bring us inspiration and higher aspirations. They remind us to treat our intuition remind us to trust our intuition even when logic demands another course of action. Add air to water and you create bubbles and sparkling water. Air and water dragons bring lightness and something special to our life. When they soar and shimmer around us, a sense of happiness and hope lights up within us. They enable us to connect with our inner song and start to express it. For guidance, let's read on. Call on your blue and green air and water dragon to enter your third eye to awaken and activate your higher fifth dimensional abilities. This will bring you crystal clear clarity and new vision and awareness of life. Your third eye is a very sensitive psychic center, and when it's fifth dimensional, the air and water dragons clarify and protect it and enhance your ability to use it for the greatest good. They then enable you to connect to Neptune, the planet of higher spirituality, to open to new enlightened understandings. Choosing this card calls on you to see your intuition as well as your spiritual knowledge and wisdom to see everything from an illumined perspective. Air and water dragons will then surround you, enable your life to flow. They will attune you so that your voice expresses the true notes of your soul. What I like about this card, and I am so hot channeling right now, what I like about this card is it's a fourth dimensional dragon. So if there are areas, and like I mentioned before, the subscribers on this channel, I really feel understand fifth dimensional energy. If there are areas in your orb, in your world, where there's some fourth dimensional or third dimensional hanging on of things from yesterday, specific to wounding, chironic wounding, family issues, anything like that, we are letting go of it and totally getting rid of any 3D understandings of anything. It's no longer supported, and the dragons are here to help us. Well, thank you so much for stopping by today. If you liked this video, please do click the like button. If you know somebody that could be helped by this video, please do co-create with me and share with them. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button. Any comments or suggestions, please post them in the comments section below. I hope you have a fabulous week. It might be a little bit of a bumpy road, but it will be one where we can tap into the flow and really, really engage our fifth dimensional awareness. I hope you have a fabulous week. Namaste.